up, my little tattletales? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you were Tristan Thompson, you're in the news, but for all the wrong reasons, y'all. Jordyn, Jordyn Woods literally shaded that F out of Khloe. She even got merch going over this. I know that's right. She's talking about you. She literally, remember when Kylie was like meeting up with her and we were like, oh my God, she's using Kylie. I mean, Kylie's using Jordyn for publicity. Jordyn Woods came back, said, who's using who? Baby, we got merch. She literally trademarked that saying, I don't want your situation. Put it on a Letterman jacket, but like a true Libra. When everybody was like, Jordyn, you wrong for that. She was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's love. There's no shade. Then let her man, yes, her man, thank you to a man, follow up and do a slam dunk on Khloe. We're going to get into that. But we're also going to get into, right? We're also going to get into the way Kourtney was given the 1-2 punch too. Y'all, Kourtney sat down with Tristan with a notepad and a pen and flat out said, are you a narcissist? Are you a sociopath? Spoiler alert, from what we saw on TV, the answers are yes. Y'all, you know what I do want to say? Every single time Tristan opens his mouth, every time he talks, I literally sit there and say, you know what, Khloe? Little dum-dum, that's our nickname for her on this channel. You know what, little dum-dum? I can understand, sorry, my text is going off. I can understand, right? Being taken for a fool once, twice, 3 times a lady. Listen, baby, everybody got a low point and everybody got a history that they just like to forget. That's not that. It's not even the outside baby. Well, it's not outside because Khloe was never inside. Let's not forget that she was telling everyone that she wasn't talking to Tristan. She was just secretly engaged, right? It wasn't all that stuff. What really kind of filled me with shame that I was being Tristan's bottom B is the fact that every time Tristan opens his mouth, all I hear is dum, da, dum, dum, dum. Tristan is so not quick with it. Tristan, even his answers and his responses, something doesn't line up. He's not that bright. See, I thought that Khloe was being conned by this mastermind, smooth playboy, right? Meanwhile, you got a man with a high booty that walk around like he a bad bitch. He walk around literally acting like he be hearing city girls in his head. Where the bag at, baby? Where the bag at? Look at the episode. Yes, I will review it. I've been busy with the puffy stuff, but I will review it. He walk around like he a bad bitch, chest poked out, no shirt on, booty high and poked out. He walks around literally, and he's not, and when he opens his mouth, it's like, who except a 3-year-old would believe this? This mofo really got Khloe believing that the reason he cheated on her umpteen times, the times that we know about and the times that Khloe knows about, right? This mofo that was ogling your little sister's booty. This mofo that is literally trying to repopulate the world, right? Think he's Moses. This mofo that basically said he did all this stuff to you because he saw his mommy get dogged out. And he didn't know that men aren't supposed to lie, cheat, and scheme on women. And Khloe literally bought the thing that Tristan didn't know not to cheat on her because he wasn't raised right. This is the same Khloe that's putting up love letters to Andrea. He wasn't raised right. And that's why he cheating, lying, and scheming. All right. I didn't know. Listen, I'm not a man. I don't know. My dad might have had like talks with my brothers. I don't know. I didn't know that a man had to sit you down and be like, son, it is wrong to have unprotected. Like, son, that is wrong. Don't listen to your people. He talking about he's never seen anybody get faithful. If I was his teammates, I'd be like, what do I got to do with this? He told me he never saw this. He never saw that. Man, let's get into Tristan's mess. No, first let's get into Jordy's mess. Let's go. Hold on. Anyway. So Jordyn posted this mess, talking about I don't want your situation, right? And then put on her, when everybody's just like, ooh, she put on Instagram stories. There's no shade here. Just a quote we can all relate to at some point. Love, whipped by Jordyn, right? So then, right? Jordyn then said, not everything is shade and everything's not that deep. Jordyn, girl, I love Jordyn Woods, but you know what, girl? Okay, it's not that deep. It's almost 2024. Y'all at Carl Towns designed the jacket. And she said, I love it. Right? So then Carl Towns said cashmere wool premier soft leather sleeves, chinchilla patches, yellow black combo, right? And he said 1 to 2 jackets in the world designed by yours truly, oversized fit. Y'all, Jordyn shaded the F out of Khloe. I don't care if she meant to or not, baby, it landed. And then follows it up with more shade from her current boyfriend, talking about he designed it. Baby, Jordyn's hilarious. And Libra shade is the best shade ever. But more importantly, let's get into the way Kourtney follows it up with a 1-2 punch. Y'all, listen. So Kourtney sat down with Tristan and she was like, I see these TikTok videos and there's these people and they're like, I'm a sociopath. I'm a narcissist. I have no empathy. I have no feelings. Do you think any part of that relates to you? And Tristan kept doing his dumb, like, Tristan sounds like, right? His dumb fake smile. He even smiles like he's trying to play like a bad bee when they're trying to be stupid, because that works on Khloe. But you kept seeing his eyes flash in anger because he was talking to somebody that wasn't trying to be on his side, right? She said Kourtney didn't pull any punches, right? She then went on to say, Tristan said, well, you should definitely feel the way you feel. 100%. Because if it was my sister, I'd feel the same way. I think for me, I want Khloe to be happy, and whatever that may be, I'm fully supportive of that. I said, this is the fool that had you cheating on you while he was cheating on the surrogate that had a baby. What? This is the fool that got you into all this, got you out here looking like Bobo this fool. Kourtney said, then looks at him like, same thing we're thinking. How can what? Kourtney says, like, what is your goal? Like, is your goal to be together? And if so, what are you doing to get there? Not that I know that you'll get there, or I think you should get there. Tristan looked so mad when she said that. Like, when I say mad, I mean he looked furious, because at the end of the day, he's so busy dumb talking to Khloe. Because I realized something. Again, this is my observation. I don't know anybody, but welcome to my observation channels, right? Tell me if you agree or not. Khloe gets off on being a savior complex and like, I don't know, not you're supposed to sleep with other women. Shade me. And she thinks because Tristan needs her to tell him that cheating and lying on her and having babies outside their relationship is wrong. She thinks she has some type of control, because the thing is, Khloe, you don't have any control, because at the end of the day, the one miscalculation you've made is Tristan doesn't want to be a better person. Tristan, my opinion, Tristan don't even like you. He don't even like you. He's busy doing whatever he is with Kim and trying to see if he can slide into Kylie too. Tristan doesn't like you, but he likes your family name. He likes your family connections. And Khloe thinks that Tristan is trying to beg to get back with her. But might I remind you, this is when he didn't even have a contract, right? He didn't know if he'd ever play again. You're his retirement plan. But as soon as he realizes he doesn't need it, he gonna get away from you and your ever-changing Mrs. Potato Head face. But I digress. Tristan looked at Kourtney after she was like, I'm not even saying you deserve to be with Khloe. And he was like, first of all, I would love to be with your sister and spend the rest of my life with her. I bet you would. You got someone that's watching your brother, taking care of your kids, probably wiping your booty when you come home drunk. She lets you do what you want, say what you want, fall into who you want. You don't even got to be discreet. You don't have to give her any type of respect. Of course. Why would I mean, Tristan cheated on Khloe while she was in labor with True. When everybody said, did you guys ever address the cheating? When you were going into labor, he was having two girls in the Dream Hotel in Manhattan. Said, did you ever? And she was like, no, we just decided to move forward. I see why he wants her too. He said, of course,
my goal is to, have my family back as a whole unit. Even though I never grew up with a happy household. I've always wanted it, but I've done things to put myself in a position out of that.
Tristan's a stone cold narcissist because you go to therapy and you pay attention. You just don't believe any of it. It's just all words. Kourtney said, well, yeah, like if the actions don't match the words, it's hard to like believe that the person with the actions.
Tristan says, all I can do at the end of the day is being the best I can be.
Spoiler alert, he can't be better because he don't want to, right? Maybe because he's not.
Paying up forward to those that are looking up to me and just setting a good example.
But you just said you don't know anybody that doesn't cheat. If I was LeBron James, I'd be like, how did I get into this? Quote my Nene Leakes voice. Kourtney is just looking at him like, God, I can't believe. She said being able to take accountability is like always the first step in changing. Also, our kids, they watch our actions, not our words.
Tristan, exactly. So I wanted to be a good example for them. I always tell Khloe when it comes to true and having that conversation, it's on me to have that conversation. Daddy failed you and mommy didn't fail, Tutu. You know what I'm saying?
Khloe. Is Tristan Khloe's karma? This is what you was fighting for? This is what you was sneaking around behind pregnant Jordyn Craig? This is the man you fighting for? I really wish I could have been there when Kourtney found out that Tristan's a deadbeat dad and ain't taking care of any of his other kids. Kourtney then said, and it feels like in this family, you guys are so lucky, like all the guys, because for whatever reason, it's like held to a higher priority of like, let's keep everyone happy and getting along. And let's make sure Tristan is at Christmas Eve and everyone's there. And it's one big happy family. And let's make sure everything's fun and happy. Again, she basically called her family. She basically called all her sisters a family of pick-me's and saying you should be lucky that you married into a pick-me family that prioritize men. I know she's probably mad too that Scott's still around. For some reason that like takes the priority in this family over like setting a boundary or like having someone's back or having someone's side. Not that I haven't done it myself. So I've seen like, I've been a part of this whole thing. She's a reform pick-me, right? Because she got a good man now. And it's interesting to me when I think about it in a superficial way. Like we could make sure Khloe looks her best. She's dressed up. She's feel good. She's in glam. Takes good photos. We can do all that. But like really making sure like the person feels supportive, stood up for, set the boundaries they need to set and is supported in that. Because in this family, it's like not, she just read her family for filth. And she said, and like I said, it's lucky for you guys and it's great for the kids, but it's also like, right? Tristan says, I think, because I know what you're saying. And I think when it comes to Khloe and True, I'm a firm believer if you make a mistake, you have to be accountable for it. Mind you, he's saying this while Tatum is alive. Because Tristan just said, and this is how I know Khloe was looking at him, but you just said that you were never taught not to be a diggity dog. And that's why you all over the place humping anything that will move. You got a son that you leave out of the conversation and you just gonna focus on True. Poor Tatum. He said, I'm a firm believer if you make the mistake, you have to be accountable for it. You got to stand 2 feet. You do the crime, you got to own it. I'm not proud of the person I used to be. I'm proud of who I'm becoming. What are you becoming, a deadbeat dad? Of course, but in order for that to happen, I had to fall rock bottom, lose everything in life and really be like, you got to pick your ish up. You got to be better. I needed to grow so I can be there for my kids. Kourtney then went on to say, I'm not here to hold a grudge. I think that that was the point in having the conversation. I do believe that people can grow. It's interesting to me, the work that he's doing. This is what she says in the confessional, the work that he's doing and the path that he's on, because when your words don't match your actions, it's concerning. Talk is cheap. Listen, Khloe read Tristan down. She then said, hopefully it hit all your points. Hopefully it hit all your points. In our family, everyone can tend to normalize these behaviors of some of the men in our lives. And I don't want to show my daughter that it's okay. I think having forgiveness and giving grace, I think is right. But also having clear boundaries, I think is really important. Tristan looked like he wanted to smack Kourtney. And he said, well, thanks for taking the time to sit with me.
right? Saying you didn't need to. And you could be like, well, F him. And he starts laughing. I don't give a F if he turned into a priest. I don't give a ish. You could be like that. So the fact that you're even taking time a day to hear me out and hear what I've said means a lot to me. Like you said, hopefully we spend more time together where you can see who I actually am. Hopefully the words follow the actions. You'll see. Y'all, listen. Tristan's a mess. Khloe's a dum-dum. Kourtney is the only one that got some sense. And baby, I'm praying for True and poor forgotten Tatum. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.